Welcome in to this Wednesday, beautiful Wednesday, what would you call this? NFL pre-NFL day, whatever. NFL Eve. There we go. NFL Eve. And we are here today to bring down the Fantasy Showdown. That's right. This is our second season of doing this, I believe, where me and Justin argue, debate about two players that might be in your lineup. So, guys, are you ready for a debate? I sure am. Let's get this thing started, Justin. Let's go.
You're watching the Start Sit Showdown only on Fantasy Now Plus.
I'm just so excited, Justin. I can't figure out what to call this day, this NFL Eve, but we do have, and that's not me because I don't have an Apple computer. But I will say this, I'm excited to bring this. I think this is our second year of doing this where we take two players that you might have a decision on. And these aren't superstars. These are actual like flex plays or, ooh, should I start him? I don't know. This is kind of rough. So we take these two players and we debate them. I don't know what Justin's picking, and he doesn't know what I'm picking beforehand. So we might align, we might not. That's the beautiful thing about this show. I do want to add, if you're watching this now on Wednesday at noon, we're pre-taped because right now I'm on a jet plane on my way to Las Vegas. Matter of fact, I might be touching down. Matter of fact, I might be calling it Uber, headed to the I don't know where I'm going to be right now, but I'll tell you this right now. I'm here with you, Justin. So what's going on, man?
Man, it's good. We are back. I feel like we've been back for months now at this point. We've been live streaming since March of 2025, but this is the show that I feel like, Josh, we're back. Like, it's the season. We've been here for months, 6 months at this point. But like, the season's here. It's time to do our showdown, our debates on who we are going to start this week. Again, this isn't Joe Burrow or Lamar Jackson. You're not benching one of those, especially in week one. You're starting both of those if you have them. These are guys that are borderline startable, borderline benchable, with weird matchups, good matchups, bad matchups. So these could be tough decisions that you are making in your lineup today or this weekend. And we're just here to help guide you through that. Maybe you have these guys, maybe you don't, but you have similar matchups like this and you need a way to decide how we make our decisions, or like we can help you discuss that. And we have a pretty good record at this. I mean, we win championships. Not to brag. Josh, do you win championships? I do.
I don't kiss and tell, Justin.
No. But I mean, we kept records of this last year and we both did pretty well at this. So one of us did a little bit better than the other. Not gonna.
That's okay. Hey, when you take bold takes and that's my thing on the show. Like, we all have our role, right? We have like the smart guy, we have Justin who's an organizer, you got Sean who's a smart ass, you got me who's just like the bold take. We all have our roles, and that's just my role. My role is I just put my chest out there and you're gonna come at me. I seen all the TikTok comments on my Monday show, Cold Brews and Hot Takes. Thank you for that. I seen them all. And I told you it was gonna come. It's okay. If you missed that show, it's an ageless show. It doesn't have a timestamp. Go back to Monday. Go check out my live stream. It was just myself giving you my bold predictions for the year, my fantasy MVP. Had a lot of fun with that. It wasn't feeling too well because I was kind of like down. It was a rainy weekend, but I'm feeling better now. I'm feeling up. So Justin, before we get going here, do we have any plugs that you want to get to?
Well, there's the big one that you can see underneath our screen right now. We are now partnered. Maybe this is what you're asking for, but we are now partnered with Underdog Fantasy. And if you are a new customer, you can use our promo code FN Plus. That's FNPLUS, and you can play $5 and get $50 bonus. Bonus funds. Had to look at my words that I was not allowed to say. Sean, I'm pretty sure that's approved one, but you can get $50 of bonus funds to play with if you use our code FN Plus for new customers only. I will have a link in the description that you can go ahead and just click that. It'll take you right to it. It'll even add the code there. You can sign up today and get going. So that is definitely something that you should look at. And but it's something that I've never played underdog fantasy, so I registered as soon as I could and got to playing. Also, I'm pretty sure underdog is giving you bonus funds as well. So like I put in $10, they gave me $5, and then I put down a $5 play and got $50 more. So I'm just over here making my picks all for every game this week, and it has been fun so far. So be sure to, if you're a new customer, if you've never played Underdog Fantasy, this is the time to do it because you can get so much funds for such little amount right now.
Right on, man. I've been an underdog user for a very long time. So I'm excited for the partnership. I was very stoked about this partnership because this is a partnership I feel like you as well. Ever since the OUS days, this is like top pinnacle. This is what I wanted. So I'm very, very happy to bring them on as friends of the show.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, more business, then we'll get to the showdown. FantasyNowPlus.com, where you can find our rankings, waivers, articles, and more. Join our Discord, chat.FantasyNowPlus.com, where you can get instant access to myself, Justin, Will, Michael, Topher, everyone. Who did I miss? Will? Did I say Will? Everyone. You can talk to anybody. We're all personable. Pudge, my new co-host, by the way, Friday night, IDP show. The IDP show.
The
We'll
IDP
talk
show.
to you Fridays. That's a new show. Also, Finn's Talk Sports Network. None of this would be possible without the man himself, Bobby Melendez. Thank you guys so much for streaming us on your site as well. It's been such a help. We love you for that. Justin, Blue Sky, Blue something. What is the social medias?
Blue Sky, Blue Sky, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, all Fantasy Now Plus. You can follow all of them at Fantasy Now Plus.
Let's go. Let's get this first showdown started. Are we starting with the big? I feel like we always start big and then fizzle out with the tight ends. Where do you want to go?
Let's start with the tight ends.
All right, we'll start with the tight ends. That's not a problem. That's not going to grab people's attention, but it's also not going to draw them away because we have some big ones here. Obviously, it's week 1. It's hard to talk about, are you going to start Tucker Kraft versus Detroit or Dalton Kincaid versus Baltimore off the rip? Really, you're going to go with, who did you draft first? That's kind of the theme of this show, unfortunately, but we're going to try to talk you into, hey, maybe you did draft this player higher. And that being said, I ain't touching Kincaid with a, what do they say, 10-foot pole. Not doing it. I'm not doing it. I can't do it. This guy has been less than average since his debut, his rookie season. He hasn't really lived up to the hype. Whereas Tucker Kraft, on the other hand, he did more than that. He was not supposed to be the starting tight end there. They had Luke Musgraves there. Is that correct? Is that his name? Can't remember his name because he's no longer the starter. Tucker Kraft took that role. This man was only 5 catches away from leading the team last year in receptions. Nobody remembers that. When I put my sticker on the board at Scott Fishbowl in live Orlando, and I did that number, it was my 10th pick, and Jaden Reed was still available, I got a lot of slack of like, whoa, you don't want their number 1 option? I said, I do have their number 1 option. Don't you watch football? But of course, Matthew Golden's there now, so he's going to take some targets away from the majority of the Green Bay Packers, as we assume. But with Tucker Kraft, I feel like he's more of a safety net. He's more of a dog. He's more of a, I guess, better player than Dalton Kincaid these days. And I think him and Jordan Love have this connection, which can't be broken. And we've seen when tight ends connect with youngish quarterbacks, that bond stays forever. You think of Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes. You think of Peyton Manning and Dallas Clark. There's more and more we can go over, but I am picking Tucker Kraft in this scenario because I'm just out on Dalton Kincaid.
I hate to start it this way, but I also agree on starting Tucker Kraft over Dalton Kincaid. He is ranked higher this week. He's ranked as the 10th best tight end option. Dalton Kincaid is ranked 15 this week. And that's partially due to matchups. Baltimore is a much tougher defense than Detroit is. They're high power, but like their defense has kind of been hit or miss just because of all the injuries over the last couple of years. They should be healthy, so that's good. But yeah, I think you're right. Kraft is the number one option. Golden might become that number one option, but I also don't necessarily trust a rookie wide receiver who was drafted in the second round to just all of a sudden become the all pro that like Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Malik Neighbors became like from the jump. So it will take some time for Golden to actually come into light. So Kraft should be that safety net for Jordan Love. That'll be good. And if you're thinking, oh, they got Romeo Doubs and Jaden Reed's questionable. Romeo Doubs is Romeo Doubs. So Tontavian Wicks, like it's just nothing. And then if you look at the Bills offense, that's a rush. Like I know Josh Allen throws the ball a lot, but like he's got Khalil Shakir, should be throwing it to Keon Coleman now, Josh Palmer, Elijah Moore's there, your guy Elijah Moore. Dalton Kincaid had a great rookie season, but he was tight end 30 last year. Like tight end 30 last year. That's crazy. Like from 11, everybody's like, oh, Kincaid's gonna be the new guy, to 30 in 13 games. It's just bad. You drafted Tucker Kraft for a reason. Just start Tucker Kraft.
Yeah, and if you guys are watching this, of course, Wednesday, let us know how you feel. Are you starting Tucker Kraft this week? Are you going to put it all on the line with the MVP Josh Allen, Dalton Kincaid? I shall not. All right, what's the next matchup?
Let's go. Tony Pollard or DeAndre Swift?
You started off.
Well, I'm trying to switch my stuff over, but okay. So Tony Pollard is going against Denver in Denver. And then you got DeAndre Swift, who's going up against Minnesota at home this week. So these are two guys that are just like, hopefully you didn't draft them as your running back one. Hopefully these are maybe your RB2, maybe a flex play, maybe a sub in. But hopefully these are not your running back ones. And if they are, probably went with the strategy I went this year on some of my drafts and just not drafting the running back position until way later. But you're looking at Denver on the road, who's a pretty good defensive team. Minnesota's got a pretty good defensive team, but not as much. The Chicago Bears offense is weird this year. Like, we don't know what that's going to be. Ben Johnson, we know, like to run David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. The Bears don't have that this year. They don't have a Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. They might have a David Montgomery. In fact, they had a David Montgomery and then they traded him away. But they might have that kind of player. They don't have a Jahmyr Gibbs. And then you got Caleb Williams, who's coming into the sophomore season, who needs to prove that he is elite, like Jaden Daniels is. You got wide receiver weapons all over the place. You got two tight ends that can both play tight end one on their team. I think it's going to be a heavy passing game against Minnesota. They're going to have to, because JJ McCarthy's on the other side, wanting to throw the ball to Justin Jefferson, get him involved early. I think it's going to be a lot of passing in the later half of the game, which is going to force Chicago to pass instead of run the ball, which I guess I'm picking Tony Pollard this week. Although I don't know, because they're going to have to pass the ball a lot because they're going to be down from Denver, but Tony Pollard also can catch the ball out of the backfield. So I trust that a little bit more, being a pass catching back over Swift. And we don't even know that Swift is going to get the full workload as RB1. We know Tony Pollard will. So I think that's another part of the big thing there, is that you know what you're getting out of Tony Pollard, because there's no backup running back there.
Yeah, Tajay Spears is out, won't play for 4 games. Last year when Spears was sidelined, just to let everyone know, Spears dominated the handling. He had 82% of the non-quarterback rushing attempts. He had 24.2 touches per game when Tajay Spears missed the game. I'm going Tony Pollard here too. We're linking up, and guys, this is going to happen right now because I'm not saying that these are obvious plays, but what I'm saying is there's not much question marks because we haven't seen real football yet. We haven't seen these offenses. I haven't seen what Tennessee's going to look like with Cam Ward. I haven't seen what Ben Johnson's going to look like with Caleb Williams and DeAndre Swift. I'm okay with drafting. He wanted to kill Swift last year, I believe, real quick. And I was like, I'm okay with drafting Swift as your number 1 running back. I like Swift. I think Swift is very talented. He can get the job done in that offense. I think that Roshan Johnson and Kyle Monanagai are question marks to take his touches, but we've also seen DeAndre Swift have up and down seasons, up and down games. Tony Pollard, the same situation, but Tony Pollard at least is getting the opportunity. And what do we want? Listen, people are going bananas, BANNANAS, over this Washington guy. I don't even know his name, JCM, because of opportunity. That's it. There's nothing special about that guy. There's nothing special about him at all, but he has opportunity, so people are drafting him. The same can be said with Tony Pollard. He's not special. And I was joking because in this draft season, I did a lot of live drafts this weekend. My buddy, who's a diehard, like, he loves every backup running back. Oh, he should be it. He should be the starter. It was Tony Pollard should start over Zeke. Jaylen Warren should start over Najee. And now all these guys are being drafted so low. And I looked at him. I said, yeah, he goes, what do you think about Jaylen Warren this year? I said, you wanted him to be the starter until now he is a starter. Now you don't want him. Same thing with Tony Pollard. Everybody wanted him to be the starter until they saw him as a starter. Now you don't want him. It's just crazy, a crazy world we live in. So the next special backup running back that you're looking at, just be prepared when he becomes a starter to be underwhelmed as well. That's a huge tangent I just went off on. To say Tony Pollard's my guy at Denver.
I mean,
on the road, it is tough. But take this into consideration. This is the Josh Kimmel bonus play. Players like to play under those lights, and that's a Monday night game against Minnesota. And we'll all be watching. I'm pretty sure the Manning cast might be on. I'm not sure. I didn't see the schedule. We fly home Monday, and I'm with Viking Dave. And Dave is adamant about we have to get home for this game. So, all that being said is I do like Monday night players. I think they shine bright in the lights, especially it's fun watching your team. But don't get, deceived by that. Ooh, I could watch my player win me a week 1. Sometimes that's not always fun, but I always do it. That being said, Tony Pollard is still my move, even with the Monday night lights.
I want to make one more comment on Pollard and how you're like, he's underwhelming. He still finished as RB21 last year, which is an RB2, which is a starting running back in most fantasy formats. The last 3 seasons, he still has put up over 1,000 yards between Dallas and Tennessee. So it's not like he's just dead. Like, yeah, he's on the Titans. He's on a very bad offense. He had 260 rush attempts last year, which is the most in his career, behind Will Levis and Mason Rudolph and all the other quarterbacks that they rolled out there last year. So I would like to see how that changes with Cam Ward. That could change a lot with Cam Ward, but he's not dead.
Y'all wanted him to replace Zeke, a Hall of Famer, a legit Hall of Famer.
We did, because he was better than Zeke at that time.
He was never better than Zeke at any time.
RB8 does not lie.
He was never better than Zeke ever. Don't pull it up.
2022 Zeke finished. Oh, can't even get Zeke stats. What is going on here?
Is Zeke a Hall of Famer? Is Zeke a Hall of Famer? I think he is.
I don't think he'll finish in the Hall of Fame.
I think he should be. But anyway, this is a totally different argument. Let's go to our wide. Look at us. We agree, yet we're still arguing. This is week 1, man. We got to ease into it. Hopefully we have some differences in this next one. Are we going Jeudy and Emeka and Egbuka? So we got Jerry Jeudy versus Cincinnati, which, all right, sign me up. But we also have Emeka and Egbuka, my number 1 rookie receiver coming into the year, going against a busted up Atlanta team. Since you started last, I'm going to start first, or you started first last time. I'll start first this time. It's very difficult because Cincinnati is just they don't have a defense. I think they just gave up on defense. I assume they said, we're just going to throw for 5,000 yards and hopefully we'll win 9 games this year and might sneak into the playoffs. The problem is that's not going to work over there. But for fantasy purposes, it may come be awesome for Jerry Jeudy because week 1, he's the clear number 1. I know we want to get hyped about this player and that player and this player and that player, but it's Jeudy. And as long as you have Joe Flacco throwing him the ball, a competent quarterback, he's going to put up production. He's been underwhelming. He's another player who's been underwhelming his entire career. We drafted him out of Alabama to be the next Julio Jones. That was his comp. He was supposed to be Julio Jones. He's not even half the man Julio Jones was. But that being said, Jerry Jeudy's still putting up Pro Bowl seasons with garbage quarterback plays. He's done it for the past couple of years. He did it with Jameis and a couple other bad quarterbacks last year. No reason why Joe Flacco can't sling him the ball week 1. I'm not saying season long because we've seen the Joe Flacco story from the Colts. Yes, we want him. And then, he's not as good. He's not as good. He's just trash. It avalanched quick. So I feel like he's going to do a hot start. We're going to have a hot season with or a hot game with Jerry Jeudy off of week 1 against these Bengals, but then not much after that. But you have Egbuka over there, which is on one of the most highest powered offenses in the league with Baker Mayfield, who has the most touchdowns of all quarterbacks since the past 2 years. That better than Josh Allen, better than Lamar Jackson. I mean, should I say it again? Baker Mayfield, where you at? Baker Mayfield, number 1. I love Baker Mayfield, but there's a problem. They're playing Atlanta, which stinks as well, but Atlanta has got the Bucs numbers. Like, they just can't figure the Atlanta Falcons out lately. And on top of that, they're missing the biggest piece of their offense. The number 1 player on that team is gone. Christian Wirfs is not playing. You can say Baker's number 1. You can say Mike Evans. No, that offense didn't get elite until they got Wirfs. That's a fact. And if he's missing week 1, that's going to be a problem. I can easily see, Baker's not perfect. He throws interceptions. He panics. He can go into the Baker of old. I'm not saying he will, but I'm saying if you're starting a rookie a receiver who's your probably second or third option, you would say, because you got Big Mike there, you got Rachaad White still, you got Bucky Irvin still. They're not going to need to throw the ball. They don't want to throw the ball 50 times a game. They don't want to do that, especially missing their left tackle. They're going to run the ball. It's going to be more of a slow-paced game, I believe. That's the way that they're setting this game up to be. I'm going to stick with Jerry Jeudy because they're going to need to put up points to keep pace with Joe Flacco. I love Emeka Egbuka's outcome. I think he's still going to be a wide receiver 2 this week, but I think Jerry Jeudy could be a wide receiver 1 this week. And that ain't no narrative. Go check the rankings because they're going to be updated, and he's going to be a top 12 receiver for me this week. I'm going Jerry Jeudy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Although I love you, Emeka. I'll never pick against you again. But Jerry Jeudy's my guy.
We have a lot of the same notes this week, which is crazy because I don't take a lot of notes like you do. I don't write things down. I just look at the stats and tell me.
Hey, tell me. Everyone in the chat, y'all see that? I do take notes. He
does.
All you people commenting. But these commenter people, they say, "Oh, this guy's an idiot. Fade him. Fade this. Fade that." I'm just going off the statistics, brothers.
So, okay, I'm trying to go back here and look at the Browns starting quarterback situation last year to see Jerry Jeudy's rise and falls of the season, because he didn't start off the season hot. He finished hot. He finished great week 11 on. He had one bad week in week 16. Do you know who that was against?
The Bengals.
Cincinnati. Yeah. So he had a bad week against Cincinnati to finish out the season. Actually, in both games, he scored a total of 6.8 points against the Bengals last year. Those were 2 of his 4 worst games of the season where he scored single-digit points, which is the Bengals. Hold on. The Bengals can play defense? What is this? Because I didn't know that they could play defense. I still don't think they can play defense, but it's weird because Jerry Jeudy still finishes wide receiver 12 on the season. That's how good he was against all other teams, not the Bengals. It is a divisional game. The Bengals can get blown out. Their defense could suck against all the other teams, all of the 28 other teams in the NFL. But divisional games are divisional games. They always play tougher. Does not matter. The Browns will be the Browns. Egbuka is obviously, he's going into this week as wide receiver 2 to fill in the Chris Godwin void. that's there. They don't have Jalen McMillan, which is going to be a problem for them as well. So now they are literally looking at Mike Evans, Emeka Egbuka, and Ryan Miller, Sterling Shepard, Tez Johnson, K. Dotton, I guess. And K. Dotton's hurt. So it might be Devin Culp. Who knows? And then, yeah, of course, Bucky Irving. Exactly. So it's really like Emeka has the ability to be a great option. But let's go back to my whole thing about Christian. What's his face from? I already passed on the name. From the Packers. Rookie wide receiver going into his first week. And are they on the road this week? They are on the road, so that could be tough as well. I mean, you're not playing at home. You're on the road to start your career on an offense that has Mike Evans on the other side. They have Bucky Irving. They could feed the ball other ways and not get Emeka that involved. He could also have a blowout game. This is tough. This is, to me, this is tough because at first, before I started looking at stats, I thought Jerry Jeudy all the way. He's ranked higher this week for a reason. He's ranked 24. Emeka is 32. Jerry Jeudy's at home in Cleveland. All of the things. Cincinnati Bengals haven't won a week 1 game, and they've won 1 game in week 1 with Joe Burrow there. They all played the preseason this year, so you would think Jerry Jeudy here. I want to lean Emeka. I don't want to be the same with you all the way through this, just because it does seem like the Bengals had Jerry Jeudy's number last year. 6.8 points between 2 games. Those 2 numbers combined still equal out to his lowest total other than Washington last year. Yikes. So it's like, I don't know how I can pick him. Because, again, divisional game means harder. Now, again, Emeka is also playing a divisional game, but they've never seen Emeka. So I'm going to go Emeka Egbuka here. The hype has gotten me. I think he could be a good talent. I think he is the next elite wide receiver for Tampa Bay once, Mike Evans retires and Chris Godwin is on another team next year. Or retired eventually, but I'm going to go Emeka this week.
Fair.
Because I still think Jerry Jeudy's number has been had.
Fair. That's fair enough. And again, we are, we're not always going to agree, and that's totally fine. Now we're one disagreement of the first disagreement of the season, which is great because I think we're going to disagree on this next one here. Before we get into it, tell us what you think. Are you going to go Emeka Egbuka? Are you going to go Jerry Jeudy? I know it's rookie versus veteran, underwhelming veteran versus highly touted, awesome rookie. So it's kind of up in the air there. But we're going to go into our last matchup here, the big one, the quarterbacks. I think we're going to disagree here. We're going Dakota Prescott versus the Philadelphia Eagles and Trevor Lawrence versus the Carolina Panthers. That's his name. Is that not his name?
Is it?
His name. It is, yeah. So this one's difficult, man, because I'm gonna throw these numbers out at you. All right, quick. I'm gonna throw these out, and then you tell me. You give me your thoughts in the chat. Give me your thoughts. Dakota Prescott is 9-4 versus Philadelphia all time. He averages 261.7 yards per game against Philadelphia with 24 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. That's it. That's all I need to tell you. That being said, where do you think I'm going?
I think you're going Trevor Lawrence, but I watched
Trevor Lawrence. Going Trevor Lawrence because in his last 3 matchups against Philadelphia, he's only thrown for 469 total yards, 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He's 1-2. It's going downhill fast because Philadelphia is on the uprise. So when you look at these long-term numbers, like long-term, this is throughout Dak's entire career. Yes, he dominates Philly. He owns Philly. But recently he has not, and I don't think anything has changed. Yes, they've added George Pickens. Yes, I'm a fan of Pickens. He's streaky. Which Pickens are we going to get? Are we going to get awesome Pickens or crybaby Pickens? Not sure yet. CD is still there, and he's amazing. They have no run game to scare anybody. Javonte Williams, I am convinced, and sir, don't take this seriously, sir. I could tackle you. I could. Just one time. Other than that, though, what else scares you? What else scares you? What else scares you? Nothing. So Philadelphia is going to get that pass rush in as they always do, put some pressure on Dak, and boom, it's going to be a bad night for Dakota Prescott and the Philadelphia Eagles on that, was it Thursday night game. I'm looking forward to watching it. I'm into this game, but man, I really prefer Trevor Lawrence. And I know, Trevor Lawrence, huh? Are you crazy? If you've been watching me all offseason, you've known that I'm a Duval sympathizer. I'm all in on Liam Cohen. I think Liam Cohen could win Coach of the Year. I think if Liam Cohen turns this offense around and turns this organization around, he deserves it. And I think that he's done it everywhere he's gone. I mean, I don't need to tell you because you've already heard it, but they have Travis Hunter, Brian Thomas Jr. This is a bounce back opportunity for Trevor Lawrence, and he gets a cupcake in Carolina. What is Carolina? Are they playing? They're playing Carolina, right? What else? Are we scared of Carolina? Do we think Carolina has improved enough to stop even the little Jacksonville Jaguars? I mean, this is the battle of the bums. Don't get me wrong. These are the two expansion. They both came in the same year, same expansions, right? They both had playoff hopes. They both been in the playoffs, those Super Bowls. Wait, did Carolina win a Super Bowl with Jake Delhomme?
No, they've been to two. They lost to the Patriots and they lost to the Broncos.
They have this game has an over-under, which I do look at Vegas odds on that because Vegas is never wrong. The over-under is 46.5, which tells you there's going to be some scoring in this game. So whether that be a 25 to 28 kind of game, there's going to be some passing touchdowns. There's going to be touchdowns involved in this game. Vegas doesn't get things wrong. Trust me. I'm about to give them $1,000. I'm about to fly. I'm making a flight right now, and I'm going to say, here you go. Here's money. I had fun. See you next year. They don't lose. So I'm all in on Trevor Lawrence this year. I'm all in on Trevor Lawrence this game against the Carolina Panthers. I just don't see a situation where I feel comfortable starting a Dak Prescott where he's been struggling and he's down and he's always on a down year, it seems like, against the Philadelphia Eagles. Tell me why you're choosing Trevor Lawrence as well.
The matchup. Carolina is bad. Trevor Lawrence ranks 10th. Dak Prescott 17 this week for a reason. And a lot of it is the matchup. I mean, we're looking at a guy who is playing Carolina, and we're looking at a guy who's playing Philly in Philly on Thursday Night Football to open the season. You're playing the Super Bowl champs in their hometown on opening night. That's tough. Not everybody's the Lions that can beat the Chiefs. That was a whole different thing. This is not the Cowboys' year to become 16-1 or whatever the Lions finished last year. So it's this. I have to go Trevor Lawrence here. He has a much better matchup against Carolina. Just the completions allowed, the yards allowed by Carolina, all of these things are way, you look at the numbers, they're way more than what Philly gives up. So I have to go that route. This is a no-brainer. This is one of those things that you look at these guys. You think I drafted Dak Prescott to be my starter. I got Trevor Lawrence as a backup just in case. Well, this just in case is coming in week 1 where you want to start the guy who you drafted later than the guy you drafted to be your starting quarterback all season. I know he has CeeDee Lamb. I get it. The other guy's got Brian Thomas, who finished as, wide receiver 4 last year, and Travis Hunter. He's got the guys to be there. He's got the guys to be good. He has to do something this year. So we're going to start off strong this week. Trevor Lawrence, Jacksonville Jaguars. Start him.
Look at us finishing out our showdown week 1. Week 1 showdown was a success. We went one disagreement, which, you're going to be wrong on that one as well. Sorry to put you at a deficit so early. I understand. But I will say this for all the new viewers out there, and of course the viewers that have been here all off season, we want to thank you for subscribing to us. We are hitting subscribers like every single day now. We were just at 680 Monday. As of this recording on Tuesday, we're at 685. We might be at more. I want to keep growing, so I want to appreciate all of you for hitting that subscribe button. Make sure you hit a like because the like helps out more than you think. It gets it out to more people. More people see us. More people like us. More people subscribe, and then just rolls on and on and on and on. FantasyNowPlus.com, where you'll see our rankings, waivers, articles, and more. The entire staff is picking these matchups as well. So if you want Will's opinion, If you want Topher's opinion, it doesn't matter who you watch. Their opinions are going to be on the website as well with their picks for these specific players that we spoke about today. So, Justin, anything else you want to plug before we get out of here?
Underdog, new customers, play $5, get $50. Bonus funds. Sorry, still trying to learn all the new terms that I'm allowed to say and not allowed to say. Use promo code FN Plus, FNPLUS. Link is in the description. Click that. It'll automatically add the promo code. Sign up today. Get your $50 and just have some fun this week and make some money. Make some money. Speaking of money, before I do get out of here, chat.fantasynowplus.com is our Discord. Finn's Talk Sports Network. Bobby, thank you so much for hosting us as always. If you love the Miami Dolphins, go ahead and check out their network over there, YouTube. And if you're commenting down below, I need your help. This is this is not fantasy wise. This is I need personal help. Yes. Drop down your favorite number. I'm playing a lot of roulette this week and I want to play your numbers. And if I win, we all win. Trust me. 13.
We always play Black 13, baby. Let's get on out of here.
That's what I was going to say. It was Black 13.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to like and subscribe wherever you watch or listen to podcasts. We'll be back next week for more ways to win your league.